Tonight, the Target 12 investigators take you inside the mafia. A police chief murdered, and the man the FBI says committed the crime has eluded justice for more than 3 decades.
And now the FBI is looking for your help in tracking down what happened to this associate of the Patriarca crime family, Donald Eugene Webb, who they say shot and killed a Pennsylvania police chief during a routine traffic stop.
The lead agent on the case sat down exclusively with Target 12 investigator Tim White. He's here now with the details.
For 35 years, Donald Eugene Webb has been a ghost, but the FBI agent assigned to this cold case tells me he thinks someone around here knows something. And now the FBI is putting a lot of money up for information, leading to Webb dead or alive.
When a law enforcement officer does get killed, we go a little extra.
This is a December 4th, 1980 crime scene photo of Chief Gregory Adams' Pennsylvania police car, taken just hours after Adams was shot twice to the chest, murdered. It shook the small town of Saxonburg, Pennsylvania to its core.
To lose a young police chief in small town America is something that a hometown has a hard time getting by.
Adams was just 31 years old with 2 young children.
Chief Adams' wife still resides in the general area of Saxonburg, and the family, his children, his grandchildren, want someone who knows something to do the right thing.
Thomas McDonald is the FBI special agent leading the investigation. He says this man, Donald Eugene Webb, a New Bedford area burglar with ties to the New England mob, was the man who gunned Chief Adams down.
He was known to hang out on Federal Hill in Providence. He was known to associate with criminals in Fall River and New Bedford that fenced stolen goods through the Patriarca crime family.
At the time of the shooting, Webb was a wanted man for a jewelry store robbery in New York. McDonald says Webb likely shot Chief Adams to avoid going back to federal prison. Evidence suggests Webb was injured in the scuffle with Adams.
17 days after the homicide of the small-town police chief, that getaway vehicle driven by Webb with Webb's blood in it and a blood-stained floor mat was located in Warwick, Rhode Island at a Howard Johnson's parking lot.
This is an FBI photo of the rental car Webb was driving, and at the time, Eyewitness News cameras found the car after it was towed to the Warwick Police Department.
He made it back to New England. He made it back to Rhode Island. Now we need to know who knows what happened next.
Leads have been ice cold ever since. The FBI says this is what Webb could look like now, and they're hoping a new $100,000 reward will prompt someone to come forward. A number of people haven't done the right thing for the last 35 years. What makes you believe someone is suddenly going to change their mind and do the right thing and tip you guys off?
Well, for one, there's $100,000 they're waiting for them if they do the right thing. And 2, people's allegiances change over time. Their life situations change over time. There may be someone in New England, in the Rhode Island, Massachusetts area, who just wants to do the right thing before the end of their life.
If you know anything about Donald Eugene Webb, you can call the FBI anonymously at 1-800-CALL-FBI. Coming up new at 6, I've been working my organized crime sources and track one of Webb's family members down. We'll let you know what could have happened to him. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.
And this investigation continues on Eyewitness News at 6.
Hear what Tim has uncovered from his sources as we take you back inside the mafia. New details now as the Target 12 investigators take you inside the mafia. This associate of the Patriarca crime family has been on the run for 35 years after the FBI says he gunned down a police chief in Pennsylvania. New at 6, Target 12 investigator Tim White tracks down a family member of that mob associate and works his organized crime sources for more information. He's here now with an exclusive interview with the lead agent on this case.
The FBI special agent on this case tells me someone in our area knows something, and they're offering $100,000 as motivation.
The FBI are looking for 52-year-old Donald Webb.
On December 4th, 1980, a young life was cut short. 31-year-old Saxonburg, Pennsylvania Police Chief Gregory Adams was gunned down during a routine traffic stop. FBI Special Agent Thomas McDonald says New England mob associate Donald Eugene Webb shot Adams twice to the chest, leaving 2 children without a father.
He was wanted by the FBI at that time for a jewelry store burglary in New York, so he knew that if this small town police chief was going to identify and learn who he actually was, that he was going back to prison and going back to prison for a long time.
The FBI says Webb was injured in the scuffle with Chief Adams. After the murder, he drove this white Mercury all the way back to a Howard Johnson's in Warwick, Rhode Island, ditching the car there. Webb's blood was found on the floor of the driver's seat. He's been a ghost ever since.
Let's be honest, this case is in the ninth inning here. Mr. Webb is 84 years old, and the time we have to locate him and take him into custody diminishes by the week.
Lillian Webb was married to the suspect at the time. We spoke with a clerk at a family court in Massachusetts. The clerk tells us Lillian Webb divorced her husband in 2005. The cause? Desertion. Tax documents show she still lives in North Dartmouth. So Target 12 paid a visit to her house. She never came to the door, but later returned our call telling us, "I don't know anything and can't help you out." I spoke with several organized crime sources. They say one rumor on the street is Webb was killed by the mob shortly after the murder of Chief Adams because of either a disagreement about a robbery or because killing a police chief brought unwanted attention from law enforcement.
That we have not forgotten about it.
McDonald says he believes Webb is still alive because people would be more likely to share information about someone 6 feet underground.
What we're hearing is that people say they just don't know. They just don't know what happened to him.
Are you buying it?
No, not really. I think that someone knows. Someone knows something that can help us resolve this case. This case is one of, to my knowledge, is one of only 2 unresolved police chief killings in the United States since 1980. This is a priority for the FBI to resolve this case.
The $100,000 reward the FBI is offering is for information leading to Webb's arrest or his remains. Tips can be given anonymously by calling 1-800-CALL-FBI. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.